Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a couple of Buxton beers to do. We've got a West Coast IPA called Stacked, which I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully you can see that on there. Really looking forward to that. £3.98 from my local bottle shop, the Bottle Stop. And we've got a dry hopped extra pale Fallen Halo coming in at 4.6%, and I just think that can art is fantastic. This was £3.80 in my local bottle shop. So let's go with, but let's put that one back in the fridge. Don't need that one. Don't need this one until I've drank that one and come back. Right, let's go with it. So, Fallen Halo. I just love it. I just think the can art is superb. I really do. I hope that's coming across on that camera. And £3.80 for a beer from Buxton. Fantastic. And Buxton are doing well now, which is brilliant. So let's get the beer in the glass. Fallen Halo. Fallen Halo. And I keep saying it now. Right, let's get that beer in the glass. Try and get it on camera for you. The pour. So it's looking ultra pale. Very ultra pale looking as that pour in that can there. Oh, let's get it all in. Let's go for the lot. 440ml can. Looks really nice actually. It's got a nice haze to it. At first when you pour it out the can, the actual flow looked ultra pale, but that looks nice. It's got a nice haze to it. It's got a nice little white frothy looking head. Looks good enough to me. It really does. Aroma. Oh, it smells refreshing. It sounds daft. It's got like a shandy nose. So I suppose I'm saying a little bit lemon, a little bit malty, fresh, a little bit of mango there as well. Smells really inviting. What do they say? How much? 4.6% volume. Okay, let's get into it. Cheers. I'm going down that shandy route here. It's like a really refreshing shandy. It's like a radler. It's like a radler, which is bizarre. Wasn't expecting that at all. It's got this nice. It's light bodied. It's really refreshing. Hardly any bitterness, but it's got this lemon and this malt note, which is like a shandy come radler, and it's really refreshing. It's got low carbonation. Like I say, it's 4.8%. It's bizarre because it's just really shandy-like. I have to go again. I can't get past it. I smell it like a shandy. It's coming across like a shandy. So it's got a little bit of sweet malt, but not overly sweet, not clean. And it's balanced by these citrus lemon like hops, which just make it taste like shandy. Really refreshing. I don't know if it's warm as well, but it's not going to take me long to get through that. That is bizarre. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I wouldn't have thought it was a pale, dry hopped extra pale ale. The dry hop. What have you dry hop? It's like lemony. I don't know if it's going to tell me on the side of the can what the dry hops are. It feels like there's a bit of yeast in there. Well, so you can feel it. You can literally feel that in the can. It's bizarre, and it can. What's that little bit of weight there? Let's have a read of the can. Where's my glasses? Honestly, I can't move away from shandy. Lemon, a little bit of mango, but lots of lemon. Really nice, really refreshing. Carbonation's nice. It's got this nice sweet malt background. Don't know, Buxton. Have you canned a radler? What's it say? If you're an exploring type, always ready to take the path less trodden, you found your tribe. We're Buxton Brewery, where adventure's always brewing. And it's buxtonbrewery.co.uk. Go and check them out. Fallen Halo, dry hopped, extra pale ale. Oh, extra pale. Sorry, alcohol 4.6% volume. If crafting a devilishly refreshing extra pale ale, which this is, obviously really refreshing, full of simply crisp malt, it is very crisp, that's why it's reminding me of shandy, And angelic aromatic hops is a cardinal sin, we plead guilty as charged. And then it's naturally unfiltered, unpasteurised. It doesn't tell you what hops went in there, what the dry hop, extra pale, doesn't tell you. But I'm glad it says crisp malt, because that's what I was trying to, that's probably a better description of what I was trying to say about feeling like a shandy. Very crisp, very refreshing, just comes across like a radler. But that's lovely, and it's very, like I say, very refreshing. I'm going to take me longer to drink that, and we'll come back and we'll get into that West Coast IPA. Alright, we're back. We've got the £3.98 can of stacked West Coast IPA, 5.2% from Buxton. Show you that can again. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Get that price tag. I don't know why I always put the price tags on the bottom of the can. I don't know. I don't even know why I do that. Let's get it cracked open. Let's move that Halo can. See if we can get this on camera. Hopefully, for the pour, that's pouring very similar. Honestly, very similar to the pale ale. It just looks really. It's going to have haze. That's a lot darker in the glass. That looks absolutely fantastic. Now, the only criticism I'm going to have here, it doesn't look like a West Coast. It looks like a New England East Coast, maybe even a mountain IPA. Doesn't look like a West Coast, which I was expecting it to look. Some clarity, some, clarity. Maybe a little bit of tinge of like a crystal caramel malt in there to give it a little bit of amber note, or even modern ones now they use Pilsner malt. But that's the only thing I'd say on the eye. It looks like a New England. It doesn't look like a West Coast IPA. That's the first thing I'd say, just on the looks. Aroma. It reminds me of a mountain IPA now, because I've got some sweet notes of some nice sweet fruits there that you get from some of the newer age hops. And there's some nice citrus, light pine notes coming through as well. A little bit of like a lemon there. And definitely getting the malt. The malt's there in the background, which is great. It's nice to get some nose on the malt. Okay, let's go for it. Cheers, everyone. It's not what I class as West Coast IPA. It is not what I class as a West Coast IPA on taste. Two Buxton beers. I love Buxton Brewery. I feel like they labelled them both wrong. This is mountain to East New England. It's very much mountain. It's in the middle of both of you. Slight bitterness, which I like in the New England anyway. Not West Coast bitterness. It's got a little bit of pininess there. It's got a little bit of citrus there, but it's also got some stone fruit, mango there as well, which I associate with New England or mountain when they're doing a bit of a mix. And that's what this reminds me of. It doesn't remind me of West Coast looks and taste. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed because it's not what I was expecting. It's a nice beer, don't get me wrong, but when I see West Coast on the can, I don't expect to see my beer in a glass look like that. Even though, if you just said IPA, happy enough. But West Coast, I just wanted it to look like a West Coast and taste more like a West Coast. Medium body, nice low carbonation, quite silky, creamy. Again, it's not what things I'd associate with a West Coast IPA either. If someone had given me that and gone, that's a West Coast, well, blind taste, I wouldn't have said West Coast. And if someone had passed me and said West Coast, I'd go, no, you're joking me. A little bit disappointing. Really looking forward to that. I mean, the other one was really refreshing and fantastic, but to me it was like a radler. This one's like a mountain IPA touching New England. But still, both fantastic beers. So, don't know what more to say. I've got to read the back of the can, see if it says anything, see if I'm missing something. Definitely says West Coast IPA. Stacked. Big fruity and citrusy. Got a little bit of citrusy, but it is fruity. This classic West Coast IPA has all the heftiness of the mysterious rock formations found across the landscape of the Peak District. Thankfully, it's also a lot easier to raise to your lips. classic West Coast IPA. Axe Edge by Buxton is a fantastic, for me, that's an American West Coast IPA. That is, you know, I don't think to do another one, Dragon or something like Kingslayer, another great IPA. This one is more mountain, and that's just my opinion though, it really is. But it's still a great beer, tastes nice, so I can't complain. Fantastic price, fantastic brewery, go and check them out. That's all I've got to say. Yep, I've read everything, I've done everything, I'm getting myself confused. Okay, thanks for watching, cheers, and I'll see you on another one.